one of the things that's been really talked about now is trauma and trauma responses. And oftentimes, we find that as parents, you respond to a child in a way that child, like maybe the child has just broken a glass, and then you're screaming like they've killed or banged a car. And most times it's because of the anger within you that you have not dealt with, and the trauma, so it becomes a trauma response that this small thing that has happened, you respond in such a big way, and this impacts the child. So maybe you can talk about briefly how do we deal with our own traumas so that then we don't transfer them to our children, and secondly, how do we also heal our emotions so that we are calmer parents and calmer adults, so that now also our children become better parents in future, better human beings.
Okay, thank you so much. I know we have gone through a lot when you are growing up. There are people who have gone through traumatic life experiences. There are those people who went through pain when they are young because of either the parents I'm talking about. There are those people who have gone through loss and grief. Traditionally, you find that somebody loses a loved one, maybe a parent, only to be called during the day of burial. Maybe they are not even aware what was happening. Some come home and get graves. Okay, so you have your own issues you have gone through. The other thing you find, like in the course of growing, even our relationships, you have those issues. It's not once, not twice that you see your enemies in your children. Not once or twice, women will say that siwezi sukuliwa na baba yako na mnisubue. So it means that the issue is not theirs, belongs to the father. So one of the things that I can tell you as a father, I'll give my own example. When parents come to my session, I ask them what makes them happy. And they tell me, when my family is happy, I'm happy. There I see a problem, because I'm a different person. Now, I am a father. And therefore, in the event my children fight like I am not a good father, then it means I will hate myself. I am a husband. If my wife thinks I'm not a good husband, then it means I'm finished. Because only two sources of reference were my wife and my children. One thing I can tell you, and this is my training as Joseph now, that the inner Joseph in me, the boy in me has to remain. Hello? The girl in you has to remain. Actually, one of the things you need to protect is the girl or the boy in you. That right now, if I wake up in the morning and maybe I was coming to do this talk today, and maybe there were other plans, and then they'll be like, you go, you're not a good husband. Okay? And the children say, you're supposed to go for swimming, you go, you're not a good father. I will still approve myself and say, Jose is a good boy. Hello? Yeah, let them complain, but I'm a good boy. And that one remains. Because problem comes when you now trust and seek approval from outside. For me, I approve myself, because any other person can say anything different, but the good boy in me can only be approved by me. Hello? Can you say that the good girl in you can only be approved by you? And you have to keep going, okay? So when you look at yourself, for us to be able to handle our issues, first is to understand ourselves. When I talk about emotional intelligence, very, very important, because mental health is about feelings, emotions, and they dictate how you act. One of the things I will tell you, you have to assess yourself. What has been making you angry? What is making you angry now? And what will be making you angry? Hello? Hello? You have to keep revising, eh? There's no way you are 8 years old, your mom could buy a lollipop and not give you. It made you angry. Today it still makes you angry, and it will be making you angry. So you have to revise what makes you angry and what makes you happy. Another thing, remember there are two types of roads every morning. There is a joyful road and a suffering road. I don't know which one you took this morning. For me, I have always taken the joyful road. Hello? So even if I came across somebody who is traveling through the suffering road, I am joyful. Okay? Asking yourself, one of the things I can tell you, people are not affected by what they are told or what is done to them. They are affected by how they interpret and respond to the situation. I can give a good example again. One day, a mother brought a daughter to my session. And once the lady said is like, this girl was affected when she was in class 8. And because some few boys molested her at class 8. And therefore, I sat down with my client and we discussed. Only for the client to tell me, the lady now, the form lady girl tells me, that is not even the problem. Actually, the boys were only playing with me. They never did anything. You know, when you talk of anything, that they never did any penetration. My problem came. Okay. This has a place, at least you can differentiate my voice. Huh? Thank you. Your life is being happy anyway, so if you don't laugh today, please, you have a problem. Hello? Now, one I can tell you, so the lady, the girl tells me, my problem was not that. I forgive the boys. Okay? Actually, the only thing they did, they just removed their doodles, then they returned it because somebody came. Now, the problem that I have is the day we used to go to church with my father because my mother is a business lady. So when we go there, we go for lunch, and there is a lady we used to be with, tunakula lunch na yeye, and after that we go home. So there was a company, kind of a party like this one now, and everybody was there. So that small girl shouted to mom, "Mom, come and meet my friend." And little did the little girl know that the lady was wanted. Hello? So the mother looks at another lady and like, where do you report in a woman? You get my point? So, let me repeat again. That the girl goes to church, there is a lady they associate with, and when there is a party, the young girl is very excited for the friend to meet the mom. Little did the girl know who the mom has been suspecting somebody at the workplace, has been messing up with the relationship. So what happens, this girl told me the mother left, but when she came, she told the father, "I would like you to leave right away," and it was raining. So when the girl looked at how it was and it was raining heavily, she cried and pleaded with the mother, "Please don't chase my father this night. If he has to go, let him go tomorrow." You get my point? The mother never saw it coming. So my problem is the relationship between my father and my mother was so bad that it impacted negativity in my mind. I look at that. So when I'm talking about people are not affected by what they are told or what they go through, it is how they interpret. In fact, as Madam says, when you're talking to your children, always ask yourself, how will they interpret this? Okay? It is not exactly what communication is translated as a principle, not basically like it's duplicated. So whatever you say and what was received could be different. And that's when you get clarification. Did you people even learn what I wanted to say? Those are communication. Because they might understand it differently and things will work. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to interacting with these teenagers and other children, always solve your problems so that you can solve their problems. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.